At Forrester, Steffi tells Hope she knows what she saw. Her caressing Thomas's hands, looking into his eyes, and saying all the things she was saying. You have feelings for him. Hope, tell me the truth now. In the main office, Thomas thinks about Hope holding his hands and looking into his eyes and muses to himself. There's no way. Ridge appears and asks, there's no way what, Thomas? Thomas says he was thinking out loud about the sketch. There's something off about it. Suddenly, he decides that he should talk about what's really going on so he doesn't fall back into old patterns. It's about Hope. At Il Giardino, Liam learns Wyatt stuck in with the bill. Taylor walks up and asks if she can join him. Liam asks, "What's up, Taylor?" She wanted to speak to him about his wife and her son. Liam guesses Taylor wants to talk about Hope and Thomas working together. She notes he has a lot of strong objections. Liam is concerned that Thomas will do what he's already done. Taylor says he won't. She's convinced he's not going to throw it all away for something that can never be. In the design office, Steffi recaps that her brother is doing everything he can to redeem himself. She just saw Hope flirting with Thomas, which isn't what they're supposed to be worried about. At the restaurant, Liam notes that Taylor's always had a lot of faith in Thomas. He's lucky to have a parent who believes in him. Taylor feels lucky to have him as a son. Liam says he's played them before. Taylor knows this, but she's better at spotting his tells and knows he's making progress with his therapist. Liam says that's good, but he wants to address the elephant in the room. She's psychiatrist. But in this scenario, she's also Thomas' mother. Taylor nods. How can I be unbiased? She finds this to be a fair question, but remains certain that he's changed. She has a lot more invested in Thomas getting better than Liam does, so being biased in this situation would be the worst possible thing for him, and for Hope. In the main office, Thomas tells Ridge the pre-order numbers came in for Hope for the future and they're amazing. Hope is ecstatic. Ridge chortles his approval and credits Thomas for working on himself and his craft. Son, I am so proud of you. They recap that Hope did what she had to do to save her line. Thomas marvels that she was able to forgive him. After everything I did, that's a new level of forgiveness. He worries that Liam doesn't trust him. Ridge asks, what is this? What's going on? In the design office, Hope insists that Steffi is having an overreaction. Steffi hopes to God that's the case, and that Hope is being honest with her and herself. Thomas hasn't crossed any lines with her and is making strides. He's been fighting those demons and he's been winning. Why can't you be sensitive to that? Hope insists she is, but Steffi argues that she saw her laying it on thick, flirting with her brother. Wow. I can't even believe I am saying this. Are you actually turning into your mother? Hope's jaw drops. In the main office, Thomas tells Ridge he worries too much. Ridge isn't worried about him, not anymore. You fixed whatever the problem was and you're back. I am so proud of you. Thomas is kind of proud of himself too. Ridge is glad and tells his son he's there if he ever needs to talk about anything. Thomas will keep it in mind. Ridge asks where Hope is, and Thomas says she's in the design office. Ridge wants to congratulate her. Thomas tells his father it means the world that he's willing to give him another chance. I am never going to become that person again. You have my word. They embrace. At Il Giardino, Liam appreciates Taylor's concern for Hope. Taylor appreciates Hope's capacity to forgive Thomas. Liam cautions that she hasn't forgotten the things he did in the past. Taylor counters that she was willing to trust that Thomas wouldn't revert to his old ways. Liam hedges, yet, that we know of. Taylor says that if does, Hope will put an end to it, and he'll be gone. He's not going to allow that. Liam wonders what if Thomas literally cannot help himself. Taylor argues that therapy is giving him excellent coping skills. Liam sees that the people who love Thomas are invested in his growth. That's a good thing. But my job is to stay on guard. Taylor suggests he remember that Hope is smart and give her some credit. She would never want them working so closely together if she wasn't sure that Thomas wasn't that old Thomas. Liam smiles. Steffi has been telling him the same thing, that he has nothing to worry about when it comes to Thomas and Hope. In the design office, Hope denies it when Steffi says she's turning into her mom. She tells Steffi that she and Thomas got caught up in the moment. She loves Liam. Steffi warns if she's developing feelings for her brother, she's going to have an issue with it. Hope argues that they've been working long hours together and share a son together, but that is it. Liam is my husband. I love him and I am committed to him. At the restaurant, Taylor and Liam joke about Steffi always being right. She asks Liam to just give Thomas a little benefit of the doubt. Liam wants to believe Taylor for all of their sakes, especially Hope's. Taylor reminds him that his wife is smart. She believes Thomas, but firm boundaries in place. You have nothing to worry about, Liam. In the main office, Thomas is sketching when he stops to think about the things Hope was saying to him while she held his hands. In the design office, Steffi wants to believe Hope and reminds her she spoke to Liam on her behalf. He loves you so much. He's been concerned about you and Thomas. He trusts you, but he doesn't trust Thomas. I think you're the one he needs to be concerned about. Hope vows that she's completely devoted to him. Steffi warns if Liam had walked in on what she did, he would have freaked out. Hope asks her not to say anything to her husband. Steffi rolls her eyes. Hope insists there's nothing going on between the two of them. Steffi wonders, do you miss it? His affection for you? Hope denies it. I love my husband. I love my family. They mean everything to me, so please don't overreact to a situation you're misunderstanding. There's nothing going on. Steffi asks, so you're telling me the truth? You have no feelings for Thomas? Hope says, no. Steffi says good because she can't be leading him on and reigniting his obsession. She steps closer and intones, I'm serious, Hope. Do not lead Thomas on or undermine the progress my brother has made. I'll be watching you. With that, she walks out, leaving Hope with tears in her eyes and holding her head in frustration.